All right, but let's get into it, man. I'm Hawk Von Dame. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Get That Work, and we are the Chin Checkers.
Yeah.
Oh, man, a bit of a letdown. I mean, to say the least. All the hype. I think the pre-fight that happened outside the ring was better than the actual fight, but, you know, I don't want to
Oh,
shit on them too hard because UFC is a whole different animal.
yeah.
But,
Yeah. True.
but, I, for one, I didn't agree with the decision, but then also, how do you go after a Hall of Fame fighter and you press the whole fight against Israel, but then go out there and lay that bullshit ass performance against what the fuck is his name?
Strickland.
Yeah, no, the other guy. Strickland went out there and laid the burger, bro. He moved back the whole fight, man, and
You know, I actually, I think in the first round, and maybe, the second round, maybe the first half of the second round. So the round one and round two, the first half of round two, I was okay with Strickland's pace because it looked like he was trying to conserve his energy. He was hitting them straight down the pipe, and he was being disciplined with his attack. But then you started to see that he needed to pick it up more, and he wasn't doing it. And the fight kind of got away from him. Duplessis in the beginning, his strategy wasn't worse. His strategy wasn't working at all because his strategy was just, I'm gonna throw weird haymakers from weird angles, and occasionally I'm gonna shoot to take them down. And in the beginning, it wasn't really doing nothing. But I guess as the fight wore on, it started to be more effective, and Strickland did not pick up the pace enough. He really didn't.
his Duplexi striking was garbage, bro.
Right, right. It was. I'm just gonna throw weird haymakers, and it wasn't much to it. But he's strong. He is
Yeah,
strong.
but to me, that's just a fucking easy cop out because it's not like he was pressuring, but it wasn't like this overly aggressive pressure. It ain't no way to put it, man, other than Strickland let everyone down with that bullshit ass performance, man. Fuck, I'm glad I didn't bet on that shit. I was too wrapped up into football, so
Right.
I'm glad I didn't bet on football because man, I lose all the time. I would have lost, but I was disappointed, man. And then after in the post fight, again, I don't want to shit on him too much. I actually like him. I think he's mad entertaining. Strickland after was like, yeah, we went to war. No, you didn't.
No, no,
Bro.
you.
You didn't go to war. Like, I mean, you was a little bleeding and scarred up, but
Yeah.
come on, bro. That was like off of headbutts or like it wasn't like big shots that split you open, man. And so disappointed in him,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. It was a letdown. It was a letdown. Because like you said, the hype for the fight, it was up there. It was up there. It was top shelf. So when we get to the fight, we kind of expect the same energy. We didn't get that. We got Strickland, just in cruise control until like the last 20 seconds of the last round.
He was bullshitting, man. He was bullshitting, bro. Well, there's no way around it. He was bullshitting. Now he was landing jabs, which leads me to believe that you're able to hit him. You're able to touch him. Throw more. That's it. Just throw more. And I was upset. I like him though, which is weird because I think he has a huge career outside of MMA. Like if he wanted to transition and go to like WWE or something.
I'm not sure that's an insult, but I see where you're going. I'm not sure that's an insult, but I do see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
He is a character for sure.
Yeah.
So, also on that card, this is kind of a jab, but it's not. I'm just gonna say I miss Amanda Nunes. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The co-main event was between the two ladies. It was good, but I miss Amanda Nunes, man. I really do, because she to me was holding down UFC for quite some time, and when a great one leaves, you feel it. So shout out to Amanda Nunes. She was in the she was in attendance when she was there. no, like I said, no disrespect to the ladies that fought on the co-main event, but it just, yeah, I miss Amanda Nunes. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. Leave it at that. So let me ask now. The fight has happened, kind of a letdown, whatever the case may be. If y'all was here with us yesterday night, we did a live showing, a little bit of the fight, and Plessis said he wants to fight Israel. Well, how do you think that goes? Do you think it goes the distance, or do you think, what I'm saying, Israel stops him, or he stops Israel? Again, he's a strong guy. He doesn't have a good style to me. To me, it's just I'm gonna throw weird haymakers from weird angles, and then occasionally I'm gonna shoot. But he's going against Israel. I'm not sure if that style would work, but I guess the matchup would be interesting to see. How do you think that goes?
I like Israel, one of my favorite fighters, and I think Israel is exceptional in striking. And what was apparent to me is that Plessis doesn't have incredible defense.
Right, that's true.
The problem with Israel is sometimes he gets complacent and just coasts. I'm not sure if that's because he was champion and was trying to maintain a certain level or keep the record or whatever. I didn't even think Strickland would beat him. I think Israel, depending on which Israel shows up, being that he's not champion and going for it, Israel wipes the floor with him.
Wipes the
floor with him. I mean, within 3 rounds, I see a KO. Yeah, I don't even think that's competitive.
Hey, that's fair. I would go with Israel too, just because I think, his reach would definitely play a factor into it. He does coast, but he has pretty decent defense. I think, in the long run, Israel would probably get him. I could see 3 or 4. Maybe not 3. Maybe I'll lean towards a little more 4, but I could see 3 or 4. Like, I could see.
It's weird because when Israel is swagging out, bro, he is electric, man.
Yeah.
But he goes through like these up and downs where you see him one fight and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with him in this fight? Where's the killer?
Well, he's been in there for a while. He's a young guy, but he has been in there for a while.
I'm not playing Israel. First of all, he's one of my favorites. I'm not discrediting him, but some performances are a snooze fest.
That's true. It is true. It's a fact. Well, moving on to something that definitely wasn't a snooze fest at all. We had Natasha Jonas against Mikaela. Oh my God. What a fight. What a fight, man.
So off the rip, I don't know how you felt about that decision. I'm throw you alley-oop. I didn't think I don't know if the right person won. What are you thinking?
I kind of agree. No. I agree. I thought, look, man, I thought she brought it home. I thought Mikaela brought it home. I thought she did enough. I get what the judges saw. I think they probably looked at maybe Jonas landed some clean punches. A little more eye-catching punches, but I feel that Mikaela outworked her.
You mean Mikaela, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying it funny?
Yeah, because I can't talk, so But yeah, I thought she won, man. I mean, no disrespect to Natasha, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the UK, but I didn't think she won that fight.
Wait, I didn't even notice. Where did that fight take place? Was it over there?
Yeah. The eyebrow waves said enough, man.
Nah,
you said it all with the eyebrow waves, my brother. You said it all, man. Hey, hometown advantage.
I was gonna say that, man. Sometimes when the fight is just close, you always go with the hometown thing, and that is a real thing. That's why when it comes to gambling, you gotta holla at us before you put your money up. Just because off the rip, you gotta know that you can't just beat someone when you go into their hometown. You gotta beat their ass. And
Right.
to take it back, remember when it was the whole girls card, or a bunch of girls, and Clarissa Shields went out to fight
Yeah. Yeah.
the tall girl.
Was it Savannah Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so nervous throughout that fight because that always stands in my mind. When you go to someone else's hometown, you can't just beat them. You gotta smoke them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's funny that as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah. You can't leave a close fight when you in someone's hometown.
Yeah, man. I just feel a little. I feel a little bad for her just because this is her second split decision loss, and both times it was again in a championship fight. So I feel what I'm saying, like feel a little bad for her because this one I felt like was was the one that she should have got. Maybe against Alicia Baumgartner, I didn't think she pulled that one off. It was a split decision loss for her, but in this one, I actually thought she should have been on the winning side of the split decision.
No, I definitely thought she lost that fight against Alicia. I thought the rounds that Alicia beat her, she smoked her, and I felt like when Alicia let her get the best of her, that's when those rounds became competitive.
Yeah,
She's still a good fighter, though. You know what I mean? I think
absolutely.
we over criticize a loss or take too much into a loss, and I didn't think she was that big of a star anyway. I think she's just solid.
You know, I'm gonna get to the elephant in the room. We need 3 minute rounds in women's boxing, or at least give us 12. If you give us 10 rounds with 2 minutes, can we not get 12? We can't get 12 rounds. Two more rounds it probably would have been a different fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when
Shit
Amanda
is frustrated,
Serrano,
man.
what was it, Serrano versus Katie Taylor calling for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Katie looked at her
frustrating.
like she was nuts. Like, hell no, I ain't doing that with you.
And that's why, guys, um, you know, we watch women boxing here because realistically, a lot of the times they have 2 minute rounds. Uh, they're gonna work. They're gonna really work within those 2 minutes. So you really gotta pay attention. Like you really got. There's gonna be an action-packed fights. A lot of the women's fights are action-packed because they got less time to get work done. They don't have that extra minute to set things up. So they got to set things up quick and they have to get to work. So a lot of times those fights are really entertaining. So again, I want to see if you're gonna give us 2 minute rounds for the women's boxing, can we at least get 12 all the time? Why 10? It was a championship fight. Why is it 10 rounds? It should have been at least 12.